What is up, everybody? It's Brett and Brian back with another tip for Tuesday. And Brett, so this tip, I was actually in this situation this past week as I was around a whole bunch of real estate investors, and I completely forgot to bring some business cards. So when people were like asking for my information and stuff like that, I didn't have any business cards. And then actually the people that I was with, they didn't have any either.
Should have
So
given him a post-it note, man.
yeah, so it's like, I mean, I was breaking out paper, writing down my number and stuff like that. So, but it's just one of those things that, kind of sometimes I just take for granted. But it's one of those things that, as we're talking about tools for the wholesaler tool belt, one of the things that you should definitely have in your tool belt is your business card and contact information. You can get a little bit more elaborate and have some handouts, some pamphlets. Something we found really handy is like a credibility packet or something like that. Being able to have that stuff handy is really invaluable. Even if you're starting off, even if it is just a business card, even if it's just a plan for what you want to do with your business. If you've been established a little bit more, it's great to have like that credibility packet of, you basically show people like, hey, this is what I've done. These are the types of deals I've done. This is what I can offer for you. Those types of things. But what's some insight that you have on that, man?
Yeah, definitely. I think the biggest thing is just to be prepared. Whenever you're going to a networking event or you're meeting someone, whether it's a cash buyer or a seller, just to think about before you're meeting with that person or going to that event, is to think about can you prepare for that specific event or that specific meeting. And I think it's really important just to leave behind something. So a lot of times when we're engaging with someone, we lose some of the things that we talk about as we walk away. I think our brain can only remember 10 to 20% of what we actually talked about. So in order to leave something behind, that way when you're walking away, they can pick it up, they can research you a little bit more, they can just kind of know you a little bit more. So whether that's a business card, that's kind of like the very first step. But then to take it a step further, we do credibility packets, and a lot of people ask what exactly is inside of a credibility packet. And that could be if you're talking to a seller, it could be a proof of funds letter. It could be some testimonials from other sellers that you've already worked with. It could be a little one-page sheet about you or your company, and just kind of building that credibility, building that trust for someone to work with you. So I think it's really huge.
Yeah, and just one tip I have to add on to that too. It's always great to leave something, but as you're getting things from other people too, when they're dropping you a business card or a pamphlet or anything like that, one of the things I found really helpful for me is after I receive that and after we finish up our conversation, I find the first chance I can to just write down some notes about that conversation I have with that person on that pamphlet or on that business card. That way, when I go the next day when I'm going to follow up with that person, I kind of can re-jog my memory about what we talked about, what we need to connect about too. So that's a little tip. So hopefully you guys can take that and help yourselves out in your business. And we'll see you next week with another tip for Tuesday and what wholesalers can use in their tool belt. So thanks a lot. Take care, guys.